Statement in an email, just the top line. Damn, Thomas, I'm only halfway through From Russia with Love 8 and you are negating half of my life. Well, we have had a lot of big shows recently, and some of that information has been fairly heavy. And it is and has been a lot to process, take in, and in some cases, sin-eaten on a massive scale. Now, sometimes this can lead to reflection rather than introspection. And some of the information makes people angry at the insidiousness of those involved in those types of practices. But that is their choice. And it's also a chance for us to learn how not to be. Now, those who are really willing will get that fact. That we learn our biggest lessons not from the light aspect, but the dark. And the biggest problem we have is that people absorb it, not observe it and learn. That's the difference. Now the jinns, the demons, the smokies, whatever you want to call them, the spirits, the jinns play an important role on all upbringing planets by showing us how not to be. Not copy and repeat their dark behavioural patterns. And that is what humanity has to embrace going forward. How not to be like them. Not bring them in and play dark magic and all kinds of other nonsense. And the idea is not to eliminate the dark either. The idea is to balance it. And those of the dark forces have lost their way more than we have in many ways. And they need to balance as well. And work has been underway to address that issue. Now, From Russia with Love 8B spoke of the Order of the Black Sun, celebrating the destruction of all life, planets and suns, oblivious to what they're actually saying about themselves. That's what I'm saying. They're out of balance. Do these people believe, like what is taught to the gullible Jewish cult religions, that after Armageddon, somehow, they will all be spared? Utterly delusional if that's the case. And they require as much teaching as we do, despite having secret knowledge. The point is they thought they were different, special and the chosen ones, as a seducement onto a path that very few escape from. We have all the knowledge and you don't attitude. But what is the point of having knowledge if you are intent on destroying all life forms? What use is their secret knowledge then? You know, many struggle with the fact that so many people or beings can be that evil. And too easy it is to cast it off onto the Draco, who are not top of the tree, I might add. They may have been top of the control system on this planet, but they're not top of the tree. Or other ET beings. But we have enough evil amongst us in our own kind. And it pervades throughout society on all levels as well. And this is a bad mistake on our part. Thinking it's someone else. But one of the biggest mistakes people make is just because you have or set certain standards or morals and apply it to life doesn't mean it applies to the all. People say, I can't believe people can be that evil. but they're applying their own models and standards to it is why. These people are not of that model or standard. And like angels or demons, it is a choice, and in us all, depending on that choice or path. Now, I've mentioned the 5 hooks plus the hidden one, should those 5 fail, of ways they pull you in via sex. And I'm not talking about general sex between couples or whatever. I'm talking about going too far in some of the more extreme versions, and sexual addiction, alcohol, spirit, drugs, religion, and finance are the 5 hooks. Now, agency people send their agents in to distract you. It's called honeypot girls or monarchs. And a lot of people think it's random and rare. I can assure you it's not. And it happens in all walks of life, not just those involved at the higher end either. But many people have seduced themselves into what I would describe the 3 main hooks via alcohol, drugs, or religion. Those that don't fall for them then get targeted with sex or financial seducements, and if those 2 fail, they appoint you into higher positions and hope your ego goes unbalanced. This is how their system worked. And you will get people telling you that alcohol and drugs or religion makes them feel better. Well, if that was the case, and with so many partaking in it, why is the world a mess? The answer is, it doesn't make you feel better at all. That is the illusion. Now, an occasional alcoholic drink never did anyone any harm, but many drink to excess, as for drugs. Now, personally, I struggle to comprehend the whole concept behind doing drugs. It literally boggles my mind that people will get high not only on drugs but glue and aerosol and various other substances stated to get you high. But getting high is a cowardly way of escapism, is it not? It's an escape from yourself and your own reality. And you can get just as high facing reality once your traumas have cleared. So what's the point of it? Well, you feel great, Thomas, for a bit. Fine. But what happens next? You feel down far longer than you felt being high, did you not? And so then the cycle begins. High, low, and the pendulum swings backwards and forwards at dizzying speeds. This is the exact effect the system wants people to be in, so they can harvest the energy. So why are we doing that for them? And this is why I talk of the 45-55, not too high and certainly not too low. Low vibrations brings in lower frequencies, which then leads to the dance with the dark. But you are never the lead dancer in that situation. You are the follower. You may have thought you were dancing with the stars, but actually you're dancing with their black hole of permanent darkness. But it rarely happens suddenly. Generally, it happens over a period of time, so you don't notice it. Like the totalitarian creep. A curious word, used often by David Icke, I recall. But let's look at it, shall we? Total means whole or all, but it also means to destroy. So total it equals destroy it. The end part, Aryan. So the total it Aryan creep done by the system is an end or the destruction to the Aryans. Get the picture now?